It's a great day in Humboldt County. It's beautiful and warm, but a little crisp in the shade. So got booted around. I need my little Post-it already. We got a worker here today that's helping us and a broke down computer. My husband had a brand new computer and it just decided to crash on him. So he needed mine this morning, and it's just been one of those work around this, work around that mornings. So I have everything lined up and ready to go. I want to share a bunch of websites with you really quickly today and give you the highlights of the Board of Supervisor meeting yesterday. And so I'm going to start with that. Let me see my my notes here. Yes, I guess I'll start with that. See, I have to share my screen first here. And then you'll see what I see. Okay. So all the articles I'm going to share. I'm sorry to do this. There we go. Okay, so I'm just going to play this for you, and then I'll reel the highlights, but enjoy.
Welcome, Dr. Hoffman and Michelle.
I'm going to speed it up.
Thank you, Madam Chair. Thank you, Board. So we're a week into June 15th, reopening. The blueprint restrictions are gone. No limits on capacity in businesses, no distancing, ability to go without a mask if you're vaccinated, fully vaccinated. The state health officer's facial covering order states that anyone who's unvaccinated is required to wear a mask indoors, in public places, or outdoors where it's crowded. Business owners have the option to allow fully vaccinated people to remove their masks in their places of business. And there are three options for the businesses to inform those who are fully vaccinated what to do in their establishment. The first option is to allow each patron to self-attest by either wearing a mask or not. The second option is to request those who want to enter without a mask to show proof of vaccination before removing their mask. Or the third option could be to just require everyone to wear a mask regardless of vaccination status. The Joint Information Center, the JIC, is working on new signage that they'll put out this week for businesses to be able to put up in their windows. The state health order does address this and asks that each business clearly state what they would like their patrons to be doing. So look out for that signage from the JIC in the next couple of days. Cal OSHA ruled last week on the workplace and employees, with the governor quickly following with an executive order to make the Cal OSHA regulations go into effect immediately as opposed to waiting until June 28th to take effect. The new rules require businesses to document the vaccination status of each employee. Similar to the state health officer's masking orders, there are three options for employees in terms of how you're going to document this and implement it. You can ask employees to self-attest to their vaccination status. You can require proof of vaccination, such as a vaccine card or the new California vaccine verification system, which was just launched by the state last week. Or a third option is to have every employee in the workplace continue to wear a mask regardless of vaccination status. Polls done since June 15th show that both statewide and locally, there are many people who are fully vaccinated and not yet ready to give up their masks. The state health order states that no person can be prevented from wearing a mask as a condition of participation in an activity or entry into a business. And the same is true of fully vaccinated employees. They can still wear a mask if they choose. Many reasons may be behind those who are fully vaccinated and continue choosing to wear a mask. We ask that everyone respect those decisions. Some common themes that have emerged are it's a habit and it's easy to continue. It protects against other viruses like colds and flus. Children are still not vaccinated and vulnerable people might be in their household or concerns about variants. Local case counts and test positivity saw a drop over the past few weeks to lows that we hadn't seen in many months. However, the past few days suggest that we might see another increase in cases in the coming weeks or month. The case count was down to a low of around 3 per 100,000 and now up to 5 per 100,000, with test positivity up from 3.
I think that's the gist of what I wanted to share with you guys, because you get the idea, right? It's the businesses that now get to make up their own rules. One of my favorites that Peggy Hall said, and it's my mom's favorite too, and if you want to hear her in the background at one of my incidents with another police officer, he's trying to tell me businesses can make up, if they can refuse you service, whatever. And I said, no, they can't. What if they tell you, we want you to shoot a line of cocaine before you come in our store. I mean, how ridiculous. Who thinks businesses have the authority to make up their own rules has been deceived 100%. I'm going to show you now before I go forward with any much more of that, because I want to get off the subject fast as I can. So back in money is when I went from my website was only about the tiny house we built for my mother. And so this is a picture of the tiny house. Yes, she has a sweet view. Oh, I didn't share my screen because I had to stop that. Sorry. Sorry. Good morning, Robert. Good to see you. All right, I'm going to show you my website that I've been working on. I think it's been since 2016 or something like that, but this is my mom's tiny house on our property. This little one right here, it's perfect for her. It's a 7x24. And so this website, was mostly just about building this house for 3 years. That's all this website was. So tiny houses are still very popular, and this house is a really cute house. So you can read this whole story about how my mom's family, this is just a small portion of our family right here, and our friends and even our community, a lot of people came together to build mom's little tiny house. So I am a big dreamer. That was a big dream of mine, and it came true. So I just want to share that with you. It's hard to find about that because it's just under blog, and I need to do some work on it. I'm not a webmaster master by any means, but I wanted a place to document that. So that's why I started this website in the first place. The first blog I did was last year. We had a May Day out here. I think this was April 20th. Okay, so it was 10 days before we really had our first protest in Humboldt County. But they were, a lot of people were still, well, how can you go to work? Oh, wanting everyone to stay home, making people feel guilty. I remember the Village Pantry was the first restaurant that went down, and last I heard, we've lost a count of 60 of our small businesses here due to the Rona. And if anybody has any other information on that, that would be great. I'd like to know what the count is. So I did a blog about my family. My mother and my daughter were both in the hospital, which is one of the reasons why I am super passionate about having our freedoms, because until you really can't see one of your loved ones because they're in one of those restricted places in America today, you probably, I guess you can't really know what that feels like, but I certainly do with 2 of my family members, and a lot more other baloney, like having to put my dog asleep in the parking lot of the vet we've been going to for 20 years. And a lot of the businesses, as you know, want to continue to do curbside. They don't really want to give you customer service because this has been the greatest excuse to not have to give customer service, right? And to be able to get you refuse you service. My website, sure, I think I can. Well, I didn't realize, but I'm in my edit mode here, so I will do that in a little bit. So the other thing I want to show you in this website, I do have a tab called Just for Humboldt. I think if I share it, it's not going to let you into the edit mode. I think it'll still give you access to the website, but this is my edit mode one, so we'll see how it goes. Oh, I don't have the chat up. I'm not together yet. It's been a wacky morning. Let's see. So that's a blog. Yeah, that's the website. That was the first blog I did ever. And I have other blogs that could be really helpful that I want to share with you. The Just for Humboldt, tab. The one I really want to point out right off the bat for you is this Lying Governor, Lying Public Health Officer blog, because this is where I really did research. I learned from Peggy Hall. This is a really exciting video that I might share with you. We'll see how I'm doing on time and stuff. If I get some dead air, I'll come back to it. But she's going through a list of a dozen, let me make sure I shared my screen, of a dozen health officers and even the sheriff that's in prison today from their nonsense and shenanigans. So that's a very inspiring little rant she went on there. So this, I want to show you, this is a little video of him saying he can't mandate anything. That was compliments of Peggy Hall. There's a link here, the CDC admitting that it's not airborne. If we could just get past that with some people, they might take the you know what off. So this is our public health officer, and this is the order that she used to make everyone here in Humboldt County think that she had a right to slap these face diapers on us all, okay? So this here reads section 101080. You can look this up yourself very easily. Just the first sentence, only in the case of a release, spill, escape, or entry of waste. This is about a toxic spill. Then she might be able to run around and have people put masks on, okay? That is the only way possible that somebody with her authority, with her little peon authority has, okay? She doesn't get to do that. The state of emergency, you need to look it up on Stand Up Humboldt's website here. This is the other thing I want you to realize. Under laws here, under Stand Up Humboldt's tab, laws, there's this rotating thing here called real laws. And this is the law here that defines what a face diaper is. Not everybody can dispense a face diaper to you by this law here. And if they try to, and if they refuse you service, guess what? It's a $10,000 fine to someone who's trying to practice medicine without a license. It's ridiculous. This was the old OSHA. They've come out with some new stuff, but it's still for the employee. You have rights. They do not get to infringe upon them. This is the depredation of civil rights one here, I believe. It's a very serious thing. This is, every business has this. Every single business has this playbook. And I think it's page 30 now because this is an old snapshot. Workers should avoid approaching coworkers or members of the public who are not wearing a face covering for the purpose of attempting to enforce any face covering. So they say with one thing, they say things out their mouth. They say lies out their mouth because these laws, I guarantee you, have not changed. They're not changed because of one illness. It's legislation has changed through the House and Senate and passed and signed. And yeah, we're not police, business owners. We just do not have that right. Baggers, checkers, these people have been led to believe that they have some kind of power and authority over you. Please stop giving it to them. They do not have it. I 100% guarantee you they do not have it. They have it by you giving it away. So stop it, okay, please. So a couple other websites I want to show you is Peggy Hall does have this free one. Yesterday I was showing you her TV one, but this is a great website. It's the best website, and a lot of legal information is here. You can find just about anything you need here. The laws are here. Your civil rights are here. All about the Emergency Services Act. This is where, in the blog I wrote, it's also, not only is our public health officer a big fat liar, and that man who just was on record trying to tell us all that we need to be wearing these things inside and outside when it's really crowded, and do the right thing and talk to people who've gotten their thing. Notice he didn't say don't talk to anybody who didn't get the thing, right? Just talk to the people who got the thing. Yeah, okay. I need my Post-it. So yeah, this guy, and then there's another lady on here, and she's not appointed either, and she's saying some more garbage too. She just reiterates more junk. You guys really should watch our Board of Supervisors in at 20 minutes if you want to know what in the heck is going on in our county. Because here's the other thing I'm going to play for you. Let me share this again. Is the Red, White, and Blueprint came out with their 4th trailer. And as I told you yesterday, I do subscribe to them. I'm a VIP member, so I can get all those access to all those videos. But you all have access to those videos too, because they are, no, that's not it. They are on the YouTube. So, and I thought I had it queued up. So it was on Facebook today. They're around. They are around, but I know that they got taken off too on the Facebook, and it's that site is back up again. So it's a pretty quick little trailer. It's a minute. So this is episode 4. Let me double check. Okay, I'm sharing. Here we go. This is the Red, White, and Blueprints trailer.
Tonight's top story, missing teenager.
We were so happy.
Anytime you get a big old dose of tyranny, your first move is to resist it.
As far as I'm concerned, the more they attack us, the more I know that we're on the right track to exposing, whatever they're trying to cover up.
I am sick and tired of listening to your
Finally, the schools told me it was the Rancho document that had been put out by Shasta County Health, and that is what they were required to follow, was the Rancho document.
It doesn't get more grassroots than what we're doing in this room. Every single one of you has made a difference, and you will continue to make a difference. We will restore Shasta County.
It's like we're backed up to a cliff right now. You just can't back up forever. And so it's time now, we dig our heels in and fight.
A day, one after the other. Ms. Modi, I'm asking you to step down.
All right, so that's episode 4 from the Red, White, and Blueprint. And they've got a pretty good crowd of people that battle Royale all the time, and I really admire them, and I hope we can pick up some steam here doing the same thing. So Peggy Halls I've showed you, the laws I've showed you, my website. The other one I want to show you, I know a lot of people are interested in the common law, becoming a state nationalist and all that. So in the just for Humboldt, the legal and legislation tab I have, there's this gal, Jennifer Goodwin, and she has this whole course about what the 1871, what happened, the Corporation of America, and the state nationalists. A lot of assembly people, and lawyers are state nationalists. It's not a dirty word. It's a real legit thing. And we have Kevin Kiley and James Gallagher are assembly men. And I believe, if I'm not mistaken, they are also nationalists. So that's something that is of interest to a lot of people, is that common law. You can know your common law, although they are starting to take a lot of lawyers' library access and books and things out of our public libraries, you guys. That's what I learned from the guy that's helping me with my case. He's a common law lawyer. I only paid $250, and I'm not paying a regular lawyer. I'm paying a common law patriot to help me with this case, and he has volunteers that help him. So that's what I'm looking to also try to learn how to do, because I was trying to figure out if I wanted to go more with paralegal or more with journalism. And so for now, it's a little bit of both. It's learning the laws that we need to help us with the situation here. So Red, White, and Blue, that was that. Other thing I wanted to share with you were these bogus stories that they did about us. Redheaded Black Belt didn't do one, but I wanted to show you for anybody who's curious, because I'm often complaining about our media here because it's horrible. These are the three main papers I'm going to show you right here. This is our once very well respected, not super sold out, very how do I say, balanced reporting. Not anymore. Not through COVID. Not anymore at all. This entire thing used to be, it's a little better, but it's just all about this one illness. You know, it's a little bit better, but it's still this picture of this kid. He looks like he's having a seizure to me. I mean, I don't get that picture at all. Humboldt County Court opens. Oh, great. Our court's opening. So great. You can go to actual court. And then we got, of course, the count here in Spanish for our Spanish community. Like they reached out to at CR to have that big fair. They had a Spanish fair at the college. And so now what they're having at our, let's see, what was it? It's at our ballpark. Our ballpark. I knew this was going to happen because I was listening to the Board of Supervisors I think it was about 3 weeks ago. I was listening to him. I had to listen to him. Can't stand listening to those guys. I really wish somebody else could do it and report back to me because they make me sick. I've called in and they listen and then they just ignore us and it's ridiculous. So this is our local ballpark, our minor league ballpark, the Crabs, which is, you know, they're the oldest minor league in the nation. They are hosting this wonderful little, well, they're calling it a clinic, okay? They're calling it a clinic. And this is what it says here. And here's the best part about it. The first 100 people to get their vacation shot at the ballpark clinic on July 2nd will get a free ticket to the game and a scrumptious hot dog dinner. These people have no shame. They're disgusting. I don't think I'm going to be in town on the July 2nd, but we definitely want to have a presence at the Crabs ballpark, don't we? So I hope we can organize that. I'm definitely looking forward to somebody stepping up. I know a bunch of people that want to be there already, and I do have a 10 by 10 blue tent that I would be willing to give to somebody to set that up, to do a truth booth, an informative thing. We have been very successful in helping a few people get more information and even wait on getting the vacation. So it's worth it. You know, it is a little bit of work, but these are 12-year-olds they're targeting, our community 12-year-olds. So we should all be concerned about this. They're setting up at the schools now. They're setting these little mini clinics up at the school. I forgot there was another thing I was going to show you guys, and I didn't get that set up, but it's called the VAERS report, okay? And a lot of people don't know how to look it up. And I heard that they made it a little harder to look up now. I'm going to make sure I'm still sharing. Yep, I am. Okay, so check this page out, okay? This is, you have to go through, let's see, you have to check these two boxes off first. Okay, download, search. So I just want to search. I don't want to download. And I want you to see this because this shocked me. Got to agree again. Second time. Okay. And we got another disclaimer here. One more time. Let's go back to data search because they make us. Now check this out. So now you go through, let's see, where are you? Here we go. Here we go. Vacation products. Look at all these vacation products, you guys. Look at them all. Look at all these wonderful medicines they make for us. Isn't that nice? Such good medicine, right? Okay, so let's go to this one here. All right. And we're going to just go to all doses, all manufacturers. We're just going to do United States, male, female, all ages, all events recorded. Okay, days in hospital, blah, blah, blah. Where is my, I want the report now. Send, I got to get it sent to me. Last time I looked it up, it wasn't like that. I clicked right there into the one illness, and I believe, well, I see the send button is there too. Nope. Oh yeah, there it is. I just want to look this up. Oh, here we go. Open. Sorry. And this is some research for you yourself, okay? Research, I'm helping you see. You can look this up anytime you want to. So you can read. This is for, where does it say? Well, you saw me click on what I clicked on, right? We clicked on the latest, biggest illness that we got. Got nearly 3,000 reports of abdominal discomfort, abdominal dissension. I don't even know what that means. You know, all I really want to look at, just look at this column. These are big reports of things. I just want to skip right on down, excuse me, right here to this one. Death. I just want to show you this one. Death from this illness booster is 3,916. And I bet you anything that's higher, right? Because they over-report the illness. We got 42,000 reports of dizziness. So I've also heard of Bell's palsy, dry mouth, dry throat, dysarthria. I mean, none of these things seem like anything. Electrocardiogram. Boy, that sounds like a heart thing, doesn't it? Electric shock sensation. I mean, people. Echocardiogram. These are all heart things, right? So you got 13 arrhythmia. That's your heart, you guys. This is your heart. So take this, and maybe you won't get the illness, but you know what? Feeling abnormal, 10,000. So most people are reporting it's like the seasonal worst kind of cold you can get, right? Injection site swelling. Injection site. So you get the idea. It's I'm in the M's and I'm getting dizzy just going down. 22,000 myalgia. 42,000 nausea. Yeah, I want to be nauseous. Can you give me that? Because, no adverse effects. 3,000 people have had no adverse effects. How many people have had this thing? 34,000. Pain in extremity. 53,000. Pain. 6,000. Palpitations. There's your heart again. Pallor. I don't know what that is. I'm not afraid to admit things I don't understand. 12,000. Paresthesia. I mean, is it enough for you? Peripheral swelling. Yeah, I don't want any of this. I think I'll take a seasonal horrible cold or sickness any day. So you got 1.5 million of these kind of reports. And yet these people will say to your face on TV, there's no reports of nothing, there's no deaths, there's no this, there's no that. So It's just unbelievable. So that's the one paper. So here is, let's see, North Coast Journal. It's just going to go through what their stuff is. You know, the very top article, 49th person dies of this thing in a year and a half. Where's how many businesses were put out? Another illness story there. Another illness. You know, it's just it's just disgusting. This is a story they did about me and my friends. And I just wanted to show you what they tagged us with. Nobody interviewed us. I'm going to show you who they interviewed, okay? I'm going to show you who they interviewed. And you can look his website up yourself. He's the McKinleyville school nurse. His name is Johnny Kell. This is the nurse. Genevieve is the nurse that I was telling you about that's always at the courthouse on Fridays. She has been a nurse for 45 years. Her husband, Chuck, is always with her, and they want to just give information to people. I bet you almost half of Eureka knows who this woman is. So here we are defending ourselves. This is what happened here. I just want to show you a couple things and then talk about the defense that we put out too.
This guy is right here. Oh, no, you guys are lying. You're lying.
I'm a nurse.
Yeah, I'm a nurse too, 45 years.
Oh, whatever.
Whatever.
You're
so
I can choose what you want. The vaccine is safe. I am a nurse. Okay. I am the school nurse.
So he told our nurse to shut up. Right. So, okay. So that's the school nurse for McKinleyville. And I think you people should know who he is. So I'm going to rewind. This is a 1-minute video. This is after he had convinced a couple students to go get the, you know what. So this is him.
I know. It's totally free.
I mean, yes, they're
It's totally free.
I mean, yes, they're saying, oh, we don't want to have to pay for it.
Oh, I know. If there was some sort of like huge charge or something for it, you know? Yeah, for sure. So how did it go? No problems, huh? Did you know that somebody that drove in right after you guys, a woman over there called him a Nazi?
Really?
Yeah!
Really crazy.
Straight up called him a Nazi. Can you believe that? And you guys look fine. You look like you got your vaccine and you're gonna go have a good summer. Oh my gosh, I'm so proud of you guys. Woohoo!
That's your school nurse in McKinleyville. So he told some of those boys, and it's on record that he told some of those boys that their penises will shrink if they don't get the vacation, you guys. He's on record. He's interviewed these kids himself. So you can go to this is his own YouTube that I'm on here. This is Johnny Kell's YouTube. So anyway, I liked what Mike said. If his kid went, sure, his kid did not go to this school. He no longer attend this school anymore. So I wanted you to hear that because that's him telling them how somebody was called a Nazi. Okay, that's what these stories are going on, you guys. That's what this Kevin Hoover, love for you to call me buddy. Never did you talk to us at all. You just wrote this crappy article that we taunted students. Not true. We called them Nazis and falsely claimed they're being sterilized. You know what, buddy? I could probably pull up about a dozen articles about that happening. So the Humboldt County Sheriff's, yeah, it was gnarly, he says. You guys, this is why I wanted to have this call-in show, because I really didn't want to be a YouTuber or anything like that. But if people are going to come out against what we're trying to do, which was just lovingly educate families and 12-year-old children that they don't need this. And we're going to get attacked like this. They're going to say that we went out and were aggressive. I streamed the whole thing. We were never aggressive. These guys are liars. Whoever this is, Jacqueline Opalek, you're a liar. You're a liar and you know it. You never talked to one of us. You didn't record anything. A clown nose protester. Yeah, you know why he's a clown nose? Because this is a joke. This is his website right here, Humboldt Truth Teller. And he has a lot of videos, you guys. He has a lot of videos. And he's been following the truth about Big Pharma and our healthcare system for about 12 years because he had cancer. And he came to Humboldt County to get medicine to cure his cancer. And he's actually very knowledgeable about a lot of things. So at the very bottom of his website, right when he started too, he's showing some of our videos from being at the event as well. So if any of these liars, there's about 5 videos here. Here's the sheriff hugging Genevieve. You know, we back the blue. We love our police. We're not the enemy. We want to educate. Knowledge is power. These people want you to only have their information. They want you to only talk to people who took this. They don't want you to look at any of this stuff here, because when have you ever heard about this website from anybody at our public health office? These people do not give a shit about your health, you guys. They really, really don't. They care about money. That's all they care about. I hear the number they get per doctor is $250 per injection. I mean, that's it. That's so yeah, these people are liars. They have personally made up lies. They didn't track us down. No one talked to us. No one asked us anything. They talked to this lying nurse who is the aggressor. I've got video of him yelling at us. I've got video of the one student telling us to suck his you know what at the end of it. No, I'm sorry. He's the vulgar, disgusting liar. So yeah, I'm a little perturbed with our media here because they've gone after me personally. And just wait until I come out with all the screenshots that I've saved from all these liars, and even some of our public community people in some of these Facebook groups that want to remove information about laws and medicine. What the hell is wrong with you people? How could you do that? How could you do that? You know, it's not medically safe. It has never been the preferred method to keep your health, to cover your airways, and to inject yourself with mercury and human tissues with things called Lucifer. You don't even know what's in it, people. Please look it up. You can find it just as easy as I showed you the VAERS report. You might be very surprised to see what's in that injection. There's not even COVID in it. Did you know that? There's not even any virus in it whatsoever. None. So, I'm sorry, but these people that make up lies, these liars, this type of title from Lost Coast Outpost is unacceptable. This journalist, Jacqueline Opalak, oh honey, I'm going to teach you how to do some research, because you and Kevin Hoover, all you are is clickbait, sellouts, and liars. Look at this, lunatics, science. Oh, what's your science? The nurse there telling people that their genitals are going to shrink if they don't take it. Yeah, you should interview him about that. You should really follow up on your stories. I'm so annoyed with this. That's just ridiculous. So yeah, look him up, guys. This is your school nurse in McKinleyville, Johnny Kell. Johnny Kell. You know what's funny? I'll tell you how I know. The only reason I know him, you guys, this is so funny to me. Such an ironic little thing. He must have a drone or something, because I started liking him when he did a drone shot of the North Jetty or something. and Humboldt Harbor mouth toe and surfing. That was a really cool video. I'm like, oh, this guy's pretty cool. So I get on my YouTube one day after we did the protest and after we had been interviewed and stuff, or not interviewed, but we were harassed by him and he did his interviews. And I look and I get on my YouTube and it shows all his videos and I just couldn't believe it. I'm like, oh my gosh, I follow him. So isn't that funny? I thought that was super funny. Let's see what else. So Peggy Hall, Red, White, and Blue trailer, the Stand Up Humboldt McKinleyville protests. I like to call them more of informative events. We set up a truth booth. We have information. We are gentle and loving and kind to people. We are not your typical protest like what we saw all last summer long. We're trying to help people. That's what we were trying to do. So, our local news media does nothing to help that side. They're completely biased. They only follow the lying, corrupt government. Which the other thing I want to show you is what I found is Access Humboldt. Let's make sure I'm still on here. Nope, I'm not. Okay. I'm clicking around. I hope you saw the last stuff I was thinking I was sharing with you. Darn it. I'm sorry I haven't been following the chat, you guys. I'm going to share some of your stuff. Yeah, I want to find out the truth too. I always want to know the truth. I never want to not know the truth. So I'm going to show you Access Humboldt. And I saw this girl. So next, I'm not making promises, probably not tomorrow. I have a lot of research to do on this, but I have a bunch of screenshots.
Community Voices, where we talk to Humboldt
from
County's
this
movers and
lady.
shakers.
They talk to movers and shakers, but they've never asked me on their show. And they don't take call-ins. The one show I was able to speak on was the Human Rights Commission. They were very kind to me. So this gal here, her name is Karen Paz Dominguez, and she's so young, isn't she? So today, she did a quick wrap up on what she was talking about today. She is the controller auditor. She is an elected official. She got 2 more positions from, oh, I'm not sharing this. I thought I was sharing this. Nope, I'm not. Duh. Okay. Sorry. Here she is. I was halfway there. This is her right here. She's really nice. I've seen her making comments and posts on Facebook, going after the county for fraud. So I would really love to speak with her, but this did not talk about any of that. So I'm not sure if she's still the same or she's looking to get reelected again in a couple of years. And she definitely did talk about that. But what I found out from this little interview was that her office had 10 appointees, 10 people to audit the money that they get. And they just got 2 more that was granted to them temporarily by the board. So the board voted on it to be a temporary positions, but yet she states here that she was told they will be permanent. So 12 people for her office. And I don't know if you know, but they're like 5 million or 5 billion in debt. There's a lot of debt with the county. So they got 12 people to oversee it, and they're in debt up the wazoo. So if they want some help with that, I can read reports, and I could probably find some things that maybe they're not seeing. Pretty good. I'm pretty good at that. So I also found out that, let's see, what was her? Yeah, they need 2 more people to look under rocks and create policies and procedures. So, and she's trying to get the financial statements on the website, which of course I'm all for. It's 2021, and these are public records that should be publicly available to us. They have been given a lot of money from the CARES Act funding. None of it's been She hasn't had a chance to look at it all because Gatsby delayed the implementation of her review of this funding. Okay. So I don't know if you can read between the lines, but I can. I really just couldn't stand what that Huffman had to say about businesses. It really put me in a sour mood this morning. I was so upset. I was seeing red within 10 seconds of watching his stream, telling us that businesses had 3 options. Okay. They had an option to allow people to self-attest. Do you have the vaccine? Yes or no? Option 2, show proof. You can ask them to make you show proof. I'm sorry, that's a HEPA law violation right there. Public Health Officer Huffman. And 3, you can just have everyone continue to wear a mask because he wants us to all continue to wear masks inside and outside if it's really crowded. And none of these people are appointed. Okay, he's appointed. None of them are elected. He was never elected. Frankovich was never elected. And they got us under their thumb. Like we have to listen to them. We don't have to listen to them because the laws say we don't have to listen to them. Okay, they're liars. They don't, if you want to know where this information is, look up about public health and medical emergency powers. This is a 30-page document, and you can look it up and see that their power ends with their own jurisdiction of people. Dr. Frankovich only had power over her people that were under her in her office building. And even then, she had no power to tell anybody that they had to cover their airways. We were told when she came out with her order, that's the other thing I want to share with you on my website. When she came to her order, there was a bunch of exemptions on there, a bunch of exemptions. And, they're there on paper, just like our laws were there on paper to protect us, but nobody honored them here. Nobody honored our exemptions. These stores have turned into jerks. They think they have a right to tell us what to do. They really do not have any right to tell us what to do. When it comes to their job is to, when they were given a license of a public accommodation under our very own Civil Rights Act 1964, it will define for you what a public accommodation is. In a public accommodation, when they were given their license to open, we were given an irrevocable license to shop there. That's compliments of Peggy Hall. So, I researched it myself, and you can look it up yourself too. It's definitely there, and that is their job. And I've had so many people screaming at me, yelling at me, and I'm not the aggressor. The media will turn around and say that we are the assholes. We are the ones that are the mask holes. But it really isn't us. We're walking in a store just trying to shop like we always have, knowing the laws, knowing full well the laws. And then I got these lawbreakers, these criminals coming at us and harassing us, bullying us, refusing us service. It's called deprivation of civil rights. It's called discrimination. I mean, it's 22 federal laws you businesses that are doing this crap are breaking. That's what it's called. 22 laws between state and federal. It's a lot of laws. So you just can't do it. You can't do that. You have to show people we are freedom fighters, and we have to kindly educate. That's what our group's been about from the beginning. Stand Up Humboldt is about kindly educating people about the laws and telling them when they're breaking the laws and going ahead and getting arrested. Get arrested if you have to, and see what happens. Nothing's going to happen. You know what's going to happen? You're going to get a letter from the police department saying, hey, we're sorry that we unlawfully arrested you. We're just going to drop that and give you this detention letter and call it good, okay? That's what we're going to do. So I'll share with you my arrest. It's only 4 minutes long.
Okay, so what's the problem? They don't want to let me.
This is me trying to defend myself. This is me.
What's the problem? They don't want to let me shop here without a mask.
Oh, I got it on way
I've already
fast
dealt with
speed.
this and talked to the manager and called and followed up, and as far as I knew, I was supposed to be able to not have a problem anymore. So these little young kids running around telling us that we have to wear masks. They don't have that right over me. I know this.
What's the governor saying?
Governor has an injunction. The governor has no right over my body. I know that for sure because I own a business and we operate in 3 counties, and I can't make my employees wear masks, sir.
Man, we can sit here and debate about this and that, all this stuff, but at the end of the day, they can tell you to leave because they don't want you here. That's what's going on.
They have a non-discrimination policy on their website. They can't discriminate against me.
Like I said, we can sit here and debate about policy and all that stuff.
So they called you to come here and harass me and tell me what? I can't buy my groceries for my house unless I put a mask on?
You want a mask?
No, I don't want a mask. I can't wear a mask.
It's a simple solution to this problem.
It is not a simple solution. If you've been abused, if you can't wear a mask, sir, we have a right in this country. Do you understand? This is my civil right in this country. This store has a non-discrimination policy on their website. A judge with a summary judgment will rule them unlawful.
You can sue them later.
I don't want to sue them later. I need groceries, sir. You're going to get between me and my groceries right now. You are going to do that to me?
Put a mask on there. You're being unreasonable. I don't like wearing masks. I don't believe.
Then you shouldn't.
I don't believe
You don't have to. You don't know your governor's a liar. What's wrong with you? You're a police officer. I have contacted Sheriff Hansel. I've contacted all law enforcement in this county. This shouldn't be a problem.
Do you understand you're not being reasonable right now? Do you see that?
That because I won't wear masks because you want me to put a mask on, and I told you I can't wear one?
Low barrier of request for them to actually wear masks.
It really is, huh?
It's not a big deal.
It's not a big deal to you.
It's not.
This is a big deal to me.
Okay.
It is a big deal to me. I can't breathe in a mask. All I'd be doing is coughing and touching my face in the store. I've talked to this manager, Misty Anderson here. I've spoken with these people personally. I've talked to Sheriff Hansel. I've been through this gamut. I don't understand. You're going to tell me I can't have my groceries done. You're going to make me leave the store and not get groceries again.
Yep.
That's what you're going to do.
You're doing it to yourself. Don't be blaming me.
I'm doing it to myself. You don't even know the governor's lying, unlawful, has an injunction on him.
I didn't say I like the governor, did I?
He's not lawful. You want to arrest me?
No, I really don't. That's the last thing I want to do today is arrest you.
Then you can do it. I'm not walking out of here without my groceries.
Oh my
You can go ahead and arrest me. I'm so done playing this game in this town.
Is that reasonable?
I would like my groceries. That's reasonable. This is a non-discrimination store. Did you know that? I could find it for you on my phone.
You want to know how dumb this is? I'm going to push you in handcuffs and then walk you across the street to the station and cite you out. That's a waste of time.
That's fine. Then I'll stand before a judge and tell him you did it to me. Oh my gosh, this is the only way to get rid of the masks.
Can I explain something really quick? So here's the situation, ma'am. I understand that you don't want to wear a mask. I understand that you feel like it's violating your rights.
You don't understand that I have employees in 3 counties, 42 of them. I can't make them wear a mask.
Can I speak, please? So here's the situation. Regardless of what the reason is, this store has a right to refuse service to anybody.
Their policy says they do not discriminate on their website, sir.
Okay. They have a right to refuse service to anybody for any reason. Okay? So if they want
So
you to leave the store,
does this civil right mean nothing to you? Does the
they can ask you to
1960?
leave the store.
I'm asking you personally. Are you a peace officer of this state?
Yes, I am.
Does this
And you know I am.
civil right mean anything to you?
Ma'am, they can ask you to leave the
Answer
store.
me.
Please.
Yes or no?
Ma'am, I'm not
Answer
saying anything
me.
to you. Relax.
Don't tell me to relax. I don't need yours.
Listen, you can shop for groceries somewhere else. If they don't want you in the store, you can't be here.
Yeah, so you can leave voluntarily, which we would love that. Everyone would love that. Or you can not leave
I
voluntarily.
can be manipulated by you two lawless police officers protecting the lying governor of this county. No, I don't want to leave.
All right, well, you're under arrest for trespassing. This is you're wasting everyone's time, so thank you. Bring it back to
So that was one. I'm going to share a couple of them with you from our local law enforcement. This is the sheriff's.
Mask. I told them I have all the laws. I've shopped
so have you purchased this stuff yet?
I put my card in, and all they have.
I called the sheriffs to help me because I went to self-checkout and I couldn't get my groceries because the stupid thing thought that my purse was another grocery. So all this chick had to do was push a button. My mom was there. She had her groceries. It was just ridiculous. But I want you to see how the sheriffs treated me here.
Have to do is push it, but she didn't want to do it
Okay,
unless
so
I put a mask
listen,
on.
because this is a private establishment, they do have
This
the right
is a public accommodation.
No, they have the right to refuse service to you. So
This
if they
is a
don't
public
wish-
accommodation,
so
right?
listen, if they do not wish to sell these items to you, they don't have to. So right now, that's what they're doing.
Actually, I
so
have all
you're
these
gonna have to
laws.
go or put on a mask to continue your shopping.
You're not acting lawfully at all. I have all the laws right here. They're a public accommodation.
Okay, so listen, this is a private establishment.
This is not a private
they don't
establishment.
wanna-
This is a
they
public
have the right-
accommodation.
Listen, they have the right to refuse service to you.
They do
okay?
not.
Yes, they do. So that's what they're doing. They refuse to sell this to you. Okay?
Is that what you?
They're not refusing. They're saying put on a mask.
Right,
and
they're
then
trying
you're
to
allowed shop
manipulate me to wear. I own a business in this town for 25 years. I have 40 employees here. I know the laws, and they don't have no right over my body. I have all the laws here.
It's all here.
Dana, I understand that.
This is what they're supposed to, this is how they're supposed to treat the public. Workers are not supposed to, they must ensure, they're not supposed to confront co-workers or members of the public who are not wearing a face covering for the purpose of attempting to enforce any local. This is, all she had to do is push a button. Are you going to really let them do this to us in our
just
town?
explaining to you.
This is not right. You're wrong.
That
This
may
is
be your
right.
opinion.
Deprivation of
No one's
color
here
of
arguing
law.
your opinion.
This is not opinion. This is civil rights, ladies. This is civil rights. This is ridiculous.
We're not going to argue this. This is
Okay,
private property.
but can we? This is not private property.
It
This is
is.
a public accommodation.
Okay.
I have a irrevocable right to shop here, free and equal access. That's the law. I know the law. I've been studying it for my own business, and I'm trying to help. All she has to do is push a button. She's discriminating. You know, discrimination is serious. You guys are supposed to be on my side. You're constitutional.
We're on no one's side.
Are you constitutional peace officers?
Yes.
Okay, then help me. Help me.
I'm trying to, but
No,
you're
you're
arguing.
not helping.
You're screaming at me.
Mom, I'm so tired.
I know, I'm tired. I'm so
I have all the laws here. Come on, don't do this to me right now.
Okay.
Go in the car.
Oh, no.
Okay, so Diana, what are we going to do right now? Because you can sit here and argue with us all you want, but the fact of the matter is you need to put a mask on in order to shop in Safeway. It's a private property.
That's what you're going to tell me.
I am going to tell
And you
that.
are too.
Yep.
Okay.
Okay, so that was that one. And my favorite one I'm going to show you. I'm going to skip the beginning of it because it's 11 minutes long, and but I really did good. I thought I did pretty good at this. Most of these that I recorded, I wouldn't have put them up here. I have had a couple instances where, you know, I was really upset, and I've shared this one a couple times, but this is this guy. This is what a passive bully
Everyone's heard of
is
second
like.
screens.
A passive
Now,
bully
we have like 10 or 20.
is someone who
That's why you
just,
need suddenly.
you know, passive bullies, they act super nice and soft-spoken, but they're not letting you get your groceries. In the end, you're not going to get your groceries with a passive bully around. So that's this guy right here.
Serve me right now, free and
They'll
equal
never
access.
get my
They can't
business.
stand
They'll never
outside.
get a penny
Is that
from
correct?
me again.
Yes.
Eureka
You're gonna
Natural Foods, they
discriminate
can
against me 'cause I'm not
suck it.
wearing a mask. You will
I'll
not
never
serve
give
me.
them anything
Sir,
again.
You're not going to provide me free and equal service right now because I'm wearing this shield. This ain't good enough for you.
Would you like me to call the police?
Sure.
So this is what they do. This was the first place that they threatened to shut the store down. Let's see, what month was this? 8 months ago. Yeah, it must have been the first place, October 7th, because post haste was horrible. So watch this lady. She's going to shut the store
I'm not
down.
done. I'm not done. Just ring me up for my groceries.
She's going to close the whole store.
I was
Just
wearing
put the
It
mask
wasn't
on.
good enough for him. Sir, ring me up or call the police. Go ahead.
Let's go outside where you can breathe.
He's just an ass. So, you know, I already shopped in the store for 45 minutes. I had $300 of groceries, and he made me sit outside while he took my credit card, walked back in there and took my money, came back out, walked back in there, bagged up my groceries, made me feel like dog shit sitting out there on the corner. I'm sorry. I make no apologies for what I'm doing now because I was treated so badly, and I want people to know it because I know there's a lot of people in our group. I know that Courtney has been treated horribly. She has 3 young kids. She can't go anywhere. And she's got people. I mean, these people are mean. I'm going to show you the meanest chick. And here's the thing that's crazy. I have supported this business since she opened. I was paying probably at least 2 or 3 times more money to ship my stuff out of this post office because they're deadheads and I thought they were really cool, and they're not. They're totally sold out to this corrupt leaders here in the county. So I'm just gonna play the beginning so you hear how quickly he's on me. Like,
I forgot to wear one. Oh, really?
Absolutely.
Oh, well, I'm okay. I'm giving you legal notice.
so he was on me super quick. And then I had my phone in my pocket, but about 6 minutes in, I'm going to pull it out. I'm going to show you what happens here. She already tried to come up to me and grab my stuff out of my arms. I had, or I'm sorry, not my arms, but there was a table sitting there with a bunch of my stuff, and there was somebody really special that was locked away that I wanted to write a letter to, and I just wanted stamps. So I had a lot of emotion behind, and I knew that it could probably be a little problem, but I had resolved before I went in there. I really love this business, and I was trying really hard to educate them. For 7.5 minutes. I was just back and forth with them about the laws, and you can listen to it, but it's just really not for this. It would be pretty boring, but I really tried because I really care about this business, and that's what I want people to know. I'm not after these businesses. I'm trying to help them. They are kicking money out the freaking door. Yesterday at Tailwaggers in Henderson, I think they're in Henderson Center still. My friend Hannah, who called in yesterday, she said she went in there with her daughters who are from Mississippi. Excuse me. They traveled across the country here. And the lady was like, you need to wear a Feist diaper. And my friend Hannah goes, we're not wearing those. And she's like, well, then you can't be in here. And, businesses that are doing that, you don't understand that the government is going to put you out of business one way or the other. Your only option is to be free and allow your patrons to be free. Because this kind of behavior, watch this one. You think that was bad, Robert? Oh, these people are insane, okay? They're just insane.
So you're all gonna refuse me service right now?
I'm not refusing
You're gonna make me go outside?
No, I'm 100% not refusing you service. I am happy to serve you.
It's pretty high speed enough. Everyone's pretty upset.
I'm happy to serve you.
Yeah.
Curbside.
Got it.
More than happy to
Trying to
provide
help
this
you.
service.
I gave him the laws.
Look, it says right here.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay.
I will serve you curbside.
Okay.
I'm
trying to help you. I'm trying to help you. Not be on a lawsuit.
That was my mother. She said, don't touch me too.
Yeah, you're welcome.
By the way.
You should read the paper I gave you.
She's damn lucky. She didn't touch my
I'll
mother.
never come back here again.
Oh, thank God.
Yeah, you're welcome.
Thank God.
Enjoy your mask.
Yeah, thank God. She got several $100s a year from me, and she's thanking me because I'll never be back. Does that make sense to you?
Don't worry. Don't worry. Don't worry. He should read the legal notice I just gave you. All these businesses discriminating are getting them. Okay?
Bring it on, bitch.
She is harassing us.
He is discriminating against me. He will not serve me free and equal access. Is this a public accommodation? Is this a public accommodation, Chris? Is it a public accommodation, Chris? Yes, it is. They've been badgering me and harassing me and intimidating me for 10 minutes. I'm out of her store.
So, you guys.
I'm going to speed this up because he's really slow speaker.
By their request,
I'm no longer welcome.
you're gonna have to go somewhere else.
They don't want my money.
Okay?
You know.
Do you mind if I get your name?
Sure.
You have your ID on you? That makes it easier.
Yep, I got ID.
Thank you.
Why do you want my ID? I'm not the one breaking the law here.
And you're causing disturbance here.
I am. Did you know that they are supposed to give me free and equal access, sir? Did you know that this is my civil right in America, sir? Did you know that? I know my rights. Okay? They should be arrested, not me.
For what?
For discrimination.
Yeah, it's civil. You can sue them.
Yeah, I could. So I don't need to give you my name.
You do.
For what?
Because you're being reasonably detained for causing a disturbance.
I'm being what?
Detained.
For what?
Causing a disturbance.
I'm not in their building. I'm out here.
Man, I would like to log your name into the call and then.
Officer Bonaparte.
No, you can take me in. I'm not giving you my name. Unless you want to arrest me unlawfully, I'm not giving you my name. Then leave me alone and you should school them. I gave them the real laws.
Look up under PC 148.9 of the California Penal Code. Look it up on your phone.
Okay.
This was about me giving him my name. I did look it up later.
This is real law. I know real law. And I'm ready to pursue legal action against all these businesses that discriminate in Humboldt County. I'm tired of it. No, I'm tired of it. This is not fair. I've had men in masks come at me and intimidate me and make me stand curbside. Are you kidding me? That's not right.
Businesses are allowed to do what
No,
they
they're not. What if they say we want you to do a line of cocaine before you come in our store? That's our policy. They can't do that.
I'd be back a lot.
You know, established law, sir.
mother
They can't make
is-
up policies that violate established
Did you
law.
hear my
and I know
mother,
this is public
Robert?
Accommodation.
Did you hear her
Kid,
say?
do you need this for yourself
I'd be
too?
back a lot.
Are you a police officer? Are you a constitutional, law-abiding police
We're
officer?
free to go.
Okay, good. Thank you.
Thank you, sir.
Anyway, my mom's fun. Most of my family doesn't want to go shopping with me back in, this was back in October. So, you know, when I figured out that the businesses were acting this way, I wasn't that girl that was like, oh, I can't wait to go in that store and mess them up. You know, that's not me. That's not what I'm trying to do here. I'm trying to get goods and services and supplies for my home. I don't go to town very often. I live in the country. So when I go to town, it's like boom, 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 to this store, that store, this store, that store. All that changed. All that changed where I couldn't just go anywhere and just get my stuff anymore. And man, rejection's hard enough. I got some major rejection issues, but damn, when you're going to a place where you have rooted for and supported this business and hoped they would succeed, you know, that's my heart for small businesses. And what do they do to me? I mean, I'm telling you, she had to get at least $500 to $1,000 a year from me alone, and then there's my family. I mean, you don't think that's a problem? I think it's a problem, you guys. This is our humanity. This is our Humboldt County. This is our Humboldt County that is turned nasty. This is city shit. We don't treat people like shit here, okay? We treat people like humanity should. That's why I love Humboldt County. It was before this illness, this was the place to be, because I almost forgot. The last thing I want to share, well, no, I got two more things. But the thing is, when I moved to Humboldt County, these environmentalists here have been talking about the environment for 30 years. I want to tell you something. Trinity County has hydropower. Okay. There's also such a thing called ocean wave technology, magnetic energy. There's rumors about the Tesla magnetic. We're going to have free power. I have no idea if that's true or not. I know it's been invented, but the other thing I don't know if a lot of people realize this, but Crescent City has a separate power company than PG&E, right, Robert? You guys have, they're called Pacific Power. Is that correct? We have Crescent City Brother right here in our group, which is amazing. And Crescent City Pacific Power is not PG&E, you guys. How did Del Norte County, Crescent City, get their private? Wouldn't you like to have that? Wouldn't you like to be off PG&E's tit up here? I sure would, because we barely got ourselves disconnected from the last planned outage because people were squawking at the Board of Supervisors. Hey, we got our own plant. We're separate. We don't need to be shut off. Yeah, and PG&E is burning down California with their crap. Okay, they're burning it down. Rumor is, and theory is, they want their high-speed rail. And if you look up, Peggy Hall did a thorough investigative video about, because the LA Times came out with an article the next day after they had some fires, and she was stunned. Their headline said, LA hit by fires. Not fires ignited, or like hit by fires. And then she put a screen up of the high-speed rail, and then she put a screen up of the fires, where we remember Santa Rosa, we remember Paradise. What else? There's been fires all over California. I don't know. My uncle lost a home in Fallbrook, but those were the Santa Ana winds, and I don't know. I don't know, but there are alternative plans out there for our demise and for to be controlled by the people that control all the energy. They control the energy, right? They control the energy. So the gas, the power, fuel is a big one. And we know in Humboldt County, since I moved here, everybody had that. There was the hemp campaign. There was this sheet of hemp's going to save the world. Well, duh, of course, we can't have our own hemp. The government's busy arresting people. I just saw an article, $80,000 in Southern Humboldt don't have their permits. And, you just let the government, we can grow that plant now. Whip-de-doo. They're still regulating it to death. And it could be a big key to our independence. But like I said, Trinity County is on hydropower from their dam. There's ocean power. These environmentalists, they've been coming here for 30 years to go to HSU to get their degree in environmental science. And HSU has a nice big new building, environment, what is it? Behavioral science and engineering, beautiful building. But in 30 years that I've lived here, not a damn thing has happened. Not a damn thing has happened. Robert, where'd you live? In Santa Rosa? For those fires? I have a friend whose kid was down there in university for those fires, and I was afraid for his life. And if anyone's seen The Fall of the Cabal, if you haven't seen it, it's a pretty good watch. The beginning of it's going into those fires. Petaluma. Yeah, Petaluma. I mean, all those beautiful areas, right? They want California. They want our state. They're driving us out of here for a reason. They probably have, who knows what they're trafficking out of here and what they do. They're so evil and believe what some of their long-term plans are. But you can look up Rockefeller plans. You can look up Illuminati. It's not hard to do. It's very, very easy to research some information yourself. You just have to get off the mainstream media, and you have to get into the BitChute or the Rumble or let's see, I do have one more tab on my website that could be helpful for you guys. And I never did share calling. I was like, what? Nobody's calling, but Shepard's covering it all good. I know she's got good intel, and watch her stuff, because whenever she would call into Liberty, oh yeah, I think I did drop this down. Whenever I did call into Liberty's show in the early days, I remember she would be on there sometimes, and she would be sharing a lot of good stuff. So yeah, and I'd like to just catch the recap from her instead of always having to watch everything else too. A lot of us are watching the same stuff. So in here, this Hilltop Workshops, the thing I want to show you, video streaming channels has its own tab. For now, I think I'm going to drop that down somewhere else because, I don't know, I'm running out of room. But so just down in here is a list of things. I should add Telegram. What else? There's Brighteon. Peggy Hall's website has, all these people. They got the list of, of all the different places there are now, and it's so much work to do it. It's so much work to just not be able to be on YouTube or Facebook and saying what you want to say. But so there's BitChute, Odyssey, Gab, Rumble, Clout Hub, Disclosure. And there's even Stand Up Humble is on Twitch. So if I go to Twitch right now, I should see that I'm streaming on here. If you're on Twitch, you can follow us. It does say streaming. I don't know how to go to my channel. Oh, there we go. Duh. Where it says channel, probably, right? And there we go. Duh. Where it says channel, probably, right? And there we go. Duh. Where it says channel, probably, right? And there we go. Duh. Where it says channel, probably, right? Okay, so there's that it's there. Twitch is there. I know people are finding me on the YouTube, and where did I go? I lost something. So anyway, Roberto said to get Firefox for Collins, my next move. Okay. Yeah, I don't know. I thought it was Chrome or Safari. But did you see Scad Warrior's thing? Oh, that was really good today. I want to show her thing. I'm sure I'll be sharing some of Shepard's stuff too, because she does get a lot of good intel. It's just, I know when I asked Mike, oh, did you see this or that? And Mike's like, no, because when you start doing your own channel, you want to do a good show. And so, I mean, my husband was up at 4:30 this morning and I was up. I couldn't go back to sleep, and I was thinking about doing this stream, and I was thinking about, oh man, I got to watch the recap of the
Hello, everybody.
Board of Supervisors. So yeah, SCAD here showed right here the name of Google's graphics processing unit is named Adreno. Adreno, guys. So Adreno, Google released Chrome in September. Adreno Chrome. What the F? It's been right under our noses. Sick bastards. So yeah, that's Scad Warrior 2 is her channel. I want to share. I hope I did share, right? Okay, yeah. The other channel, I want to show you something that's really cool that Liberty Warrior's been having on the last couple days on his channel on the YouTube, but also check it out. This is a billboard. So saving or trying to raise money for the billboards. And wouldn't it be super cool to see these in Humboldt County too? People love the show. They see what I see about it. They call in and able to share their heart and have a really supporting group of people that want to hear what is going on in their life. Right. Well, that's a good reason, Robert. I mean, no one's going to be upset with you for that. And it sucks because a lot of us don't want to be playing these games with this software or with this stuff that's so tied in with so many evil things, tied in with so many innuendos, right? And like the Freemasons, they're right. The symbolism will be their downfall. The truth will come out. We just don't know how long it'll take. So that's billboard. I just thought that was super cool to share. And his show is just getting better and better. He's got amazing guests on there and callers, and it's just been really fun to be part of his show. And so that's why I have hope right now, because even though I know we're fragmented in Humboldt County, and I know that it seems like nothing's getting done, we are getting things done. We are getting things done left and right. It's just knowledge is power. Sharing information is getting things done, right? And so the more information we can get out and the more we can share, the more help we can get. And so we have gotten some help for some individual people here in Humboldt County through Mike's channel, and we're going to get more. And so pretty much the last thing I want to say is, if you have something you want to share with Humboldt County, I do want you to call in on the show, because this is the only place I know where we could do that and not be filtered and censored. And so I know some of you will call in sometime, but I do have stuff to share with you, even if you don't. And hopefully that's good stuff for you to find more information. That VAERS report is really something, isn't it? It's an eye-opener. It's an eye-opener. And the Hilltop workshops, one more thing I want to say about that is, if you want to go to this, to Beloved Humboldt Nation, it was a letter to Humboldt County, but this video here is about true laws, mandates, orders, and guidelines. And everything I wasn't sharing, sorry. Everything that you have to click like 3 things before you can share, and it's really annoying, but the orders that Huffman was talking about today are just that. They're useless orders. They're not laws. They're not they're not laws. So this video here, it's 13 minutes long, but it's a breakdown of how guidelines, orders, and mandates are not laws. And there's not been any legislation. There's been a couple little things passed of legislation that have to do with the illness, but as far as laws go, that's a very long, timely process typically. So you can look up that legislation, take it to the bank. It's what's still true today. These liars that are writing these little lying orders and these little lying mandates and these little lying guidelines, they're just that. They're lies. They're not legislation. Man, I'm gonna have to get my little fake BB gun out here and get rid of these crows. They annoy me so much. I don't really shoot them, but they really annoy me. Well, maybe some of those Del Norte people will come up here or down here to Humboldt County because, yeah, I need to round them up. I need them here. Shasta's having a hell of a time too, and it's like, man, if we could just get all together at the right time and go support each other, I'm down. Yeah, I would love to do that. Oh, one more fun thing I know I keep saying one more all the time, but at least I'm not saying, right? I think I didn't do that a lot. This Ode to the Corporation is a very interesting article, and it's also got updated all the time. When I learn I can have a common or a constant stream, like every time they upload, it uploads on my website. I'll be doing that too. Yeah, I figured you'd appreciate that because really they've been leaving me alone for so long, and I love the doves, and we've got some thrushes, and we've got the swallows and the hummingbirds, but the stellar jays and the crows, I mean, they gotta go. They're just there to annoy you, I'm pretty sure. So this Marshall report, you guys, if you're hearing stuff about the Insurrection Act and you're hearing stuff about we have two different Americas right now. Is Biden the president? Yes, Biden is the president. He's the president of DC, which is a foreign entity. Washington, DC. Think about it, guys. District of Columbia. What the hell does that mean? Washington, DC. And if you didn't know, they're also probably most of you I know do know this, but if they're saying there was even tunnels under Washington, D.C. that were trafficking. Everything they traffic is children, drugs, money, gold, you name it. So in going to see things that you can't unsee anymore. But this Underground Australia, if this is still up, this shows all the dumb tunnels. That entire continent got some explaining to do. They've got some, these are all a lot of Google aerial shots of the tunnels. I mean, you wouldn't believe it, but these tunnels that they're talking about, that all across the ocean, they go under the ocean. They're traveling these things that they're trafficking, people and things, faster than we get to travel above ground. Okay, so this is Australia's dumbs. It goes on and on and on and on and on. There's some inside shots. And I've actually watched a engineer give a report. These things are on for a day and then they're gone. They're down. But I watched an engineer give a report about working on these dumps. Look at how gigantic that is. Look at how I mean, you got to scale that. It's hard to scale. You can't really tell. But these are inside the dumps. So they traffic all kinds of things. This is something that I wasn't really aware of. I was not awake to a lot of these things. here's something for you. I don't know if anybody else seen this, but you know that they killed Cappy. He was reporting about things. Yeah, this is supposed to be embedded, but I don't know. So there's Cappy doing a little 4-minute video showing you about Epstein Island and all kinds of things. And then you have, I've got those links of Out of the Shadows is here. I'll tell you something interesting about Out of the Shadows. My 24-year-old son wanted me to watch Out of the Shadows. I'm going to stop that from loading. He wanted me to watch Out of the Shadows, and my husband. And this is something I hope you find this interesting. But after we finished watching Out of the Shadows, and I don't know if you haven't seen it, you probably should watch it. It's by a stunt man who was in Hollywood, and he was learning about a lot of things after he got injured about what they do in Hollywood, right? So I know a lot of you have seen it. So I'm choppy. I'm sorry. I know. I hope it's better. So anyway, I'm sorry. I'm getting let me go back to this buried news videos. People don't know about this, and they don't know. A lot of us don't. I didn't know how to find things searching on different channels, which is why I gave you that video and stream channels link. There's a few different places I need to add on there. Twitch need to be too, but oh, it's not there anymore, so I'll have to take it down. But like I was telling you, my son wanted us to watch Out of the Shadows, so we watched Out of the Shadows. And at the very end of it, he looked at my husband and I, and he was like, you know what, you guys, I don't know why, but you never told us about these things, and blah, 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 blah. And I looked at my son and I go, oh, honey, oh, sorry, I still wasn't sharing and I'm scrolling through. I said, remember when you guys gave us a hard time because we didn't let you go trick-or-treating? I've known about satanic occult practices for a long time. And I know a lot of friends are really into Halloween. I'm having stream issues. Sorry, you guys. This happened last time I was streaming. Noticed that I lost Roberto. Video was gone. I couldn't hear Hannah. So I don't know if it's clear now. Okay. Maybe that was an old, maybe whatever. So the story about my son is this. It's saying I'm having issues, Robert, so I'm sorry. I told my son that was one of the reasons why we didn't take our kids trick-or-treating. Our kids went to church harvest parties. They weren't even called Halloween parties. Because when my husband and I first became Christian, I started learning a lot about satanic stuff, but I didn't want to study it, and get into it. And it says I keep losing my internet. I hope it's getting better. So yeah, I know there's a lot of people. You're off and on for 48 years with a lot of the things, and I'm waking up to a lot of these things pretty newly. I didn't even really, I know we heard about 9/11 was an inside job, right afterwards. And I remember my husband got a video from somebody. It's about it, and he watched it, and he was pretty convinced, I thought. And then the further he got from watching that video, he stopped thinking there was anything really suspicious with it. I think that's how it goes, right? That's programming. I spilled water. Okay, well, I'm having streaming issues. I just spilled water all over my laptop, and I think I shared everything I wanted to share with you guys. So thanks for watching, and I hope that some more Humboldt people do watch this later, and I hope that they call in too. sometime with some information or with questions about any of the information that I've shared, because I really appreciate having information. Knowledge is power, and people will perish for lack of knowledge. We have to stay informed. We have to keep our foot on the gas with our leaders here in the county, because they're going in a direction none of us are going to be happy with. So please take the time to watch that Board of Supervisor meeting. Starting in 20 minutes is when Huffman comes on. So yeah, love you, Robert. I will call you soon. My phone was about dead, and I got a little more time today. So, thanks. I like to be a sister. I have a lot of brothers and uncles and people that I love that have come into my life this last year and a half, and I've lost a lot of people that I've not lost, but there's a rift, right? There's a division there, but it's not on my end, and it'll never be on my end. I love all people, even people that don't make the same health choices that I do, or understand the laws the same as I do, or that stuff. It's okay. I still love them, and I believe that a lot of people have talents to share. Yeah, my sister took the vacation, and she hung up on me, and we both had birthdays since then, and we've talked since, but it's been really challenging, because I'm trying to go in this direction, and I know they went in that direction, but it's okay. I still love my family. She's probably not the only one in the family that did it. I'm afraid it's experimental, so I'm afraid for those people. It's the only thing. I'm not angry at them. I'm not angry at anyone. I just want to help people understand, because you know what? When this first came out, do you guys remember when this first came out and there was a video that they were showing over and over, and it was from Italy, and they were saying it was a hospital in New York, and of course New York got bad, but they were showing videos of hospitals, and there have been a lot of videos I've seen since then where you're seeing the video outside the video. They're staging a lot of stuff, and just like the videos I shared with you about what they did to me and Justin and the other people that were there that day, Elaine and Genevieve and Chuck, trying to healthily or friendly, kindly educate people with information, and we were turned into, we're the hostile ones, we're the aggressors, we're the aggravators, we're the lunatics. So if those kind of people want to call me a lunatic, that's probably a badge of honor, right? Anyway, I really got to use the restroom and get out of here, and before I do something else that I'll regret. But I love spending time with you guys. I look forward to my 10 o'clock time. I am going to get on at 10 a.m. on the spot one of these times here. Today was a technically challenged morning. It was very different, of course, but I got to get ready earlier. I was up at 4:30 in the morning, so to be late like that was pretty shocking to me too, but I'm not the best with my time management. I've been self-employed for a long time, and I haven't had my cooking job for a couple of years. It feels like forever, but it's been a year and a half now. And so, I don't manage my time for anybody else but myself. So I'm going to get better at it. I want 10 o'clock to be the slot time that people know that they can call in and ask questions. And if you want to call in and ask me to research something for you or get you some information, that's what this is for. So yeah, love you guys. And I'll see y'all on Liberty Warrior Nation at 5 o'clock tonight. I wonder what's coming down the pike. I'll check Shepherd's channel out today too, so I can share some of her stuff on with Humboldt County, because I know it's good stuff. All right, you guys,